There we go.
I don't know anything about this.
Well, Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year award. Hadn't even been a woman the whole year, and then made women drivers look horrible. So I think she got the award for being the best parody of a woman.
Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, she looks and sounds very unlike a woman, which is hard for me to.
Really?
Give the pass to.
I thought it might have been the Adam's apple.
No, am I the only one that feels that way?
I don't know.
I think she looks just fine.
Yeah, a couple drinks later.
I'm gonna get canceled before I even have a career.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure Caitlin's looking into this. Are there any podcasts just getting started
In the Springs? I thought it was
talking shit about me. Their impression of her in South Park was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Just a scrunched up, tore up face.
I thought it was funny that she was actually on the cabin with Bert. I couldn't understand why she was there.
I was waiting for so much more of an awkward conversation between them because I figured Bert would just go over and
Say something crazy.
say something crazy.
I thought so too.
Did y'all see whenever Caitlyn Jenner was on Norm Macdonald's show?
No, I haven't.
Like, it was awesome, man. Like, he was just going straight interviewer on her, and he was asking all these questions and shit like that, and he was asking about the book that Caitlyn Jenner wrote. Mm-hmm. We're in the book talking about being a woman and this and that. He was like, well, on this page, it says, even though I do wear drag and I do what I do, I know that I will never be and could never be a woman. And then 5 pages later, I am and have always been a woman. He's like, just seems like a little bit of a problem there, huh?
Do you know that even she's like in the shit now because she said that trans people shouldn't?
Well, I mean, she's against gay marriage. I think that's why she became a woman.
How can you? No, she said that they shouldn't compete in like sports again. Like if you were a man and turned into a woman, you're not like you can't.
Yeah, as a female Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah,
as a female Olympic gold medalist.
But he won those as a man competing
right.
against men.
Well, yeah, no, but he's saying that you can't go from man to woman and just like compete against other naturally born.
That makes complete sense to me.
Yeah, but now she's like in the fucking shit.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine if like Caitlyn Jenner gets canceled and she's like, fuck it, I'll just get the dick back. I'm like, it all just collapsed around
This isn't fun for me anymore.
This isn't fun. Just pulled out a cigarette, rips the wig off.
Not one motherfucker opened up the door for me the entire time.
Who had that bit? He's like, Caitlyn Jenner could detransition with taking off the wig and a wet wipe.
Dude, how long do you think it took before Bruce was accustomed to going into the woman's restroom? Like, how many times did he walk into the men's restroom and just saddle up to that urinal and like,
hey,
what
gals.
the fuck is this? Hey, what's going on, fellas? Oh, no, I'm a woman. Just pissing out my twat.
How long do you think after a transition it takes?
6-inch twat.
How long do you think after transition it takes people to get used to like not trying to stand up and piss because it doesn't work anymore?
I mean,
wouldn't that be pretty
I'm sure they
ingrained?
still could, but it's just not that
It would just
effective.
be a mess.
You couldn't
Yeah.
write your name anymore.
No, not effectively.
Yeah, that's reason enough alone never to get
Exactly.
To keep the
That's what I'm
penis
saying.
right.
That's my whole
Dude,
thing against the transition.
That's one of my
You can't
favorite
write your
things in
names.
this world is just pissing my name in the snow.
I've never really had enough piss to get my whole name out.
No,
I can get my
usually
first
do
name.
initials. I do initials.
Oh, no, I do the
I
whole
give it a nice little signature.
first, middle, and last.
Luke looks like shitty cursive whenever he pisses.
No, I don't do
Starts with
cursive.
a
I
Luke.
it off.
Oh, you,
No,
you
pinch
and
it.
touch-
You.
like the people on top of a birthday cake, just they're pinching it off. As
Holding
they
in
go.
a piss is so hard. Once you start, it's not
Nah,
something
dude,
that's
my
meant to be
I
stopped.
have like a fucking gallon for a bladder. It's
That's the thing is like once you start like, have you ever had one of those like 5 or 6 minute pisses where it like sent a chill up your spine? Like, yeah, I'm drunk.
Yeah, it's always after a lot of beer that I can just go.
I have one of those almost every night.
Yeah, this is an intervention. We weren't actually shooting an
Oh,
episode.
goddamn.
Right?
Gotcha. Yeah, everybody take a shot while we fucking
love you,
talk to
Luke.
Luke about shit. Yeah, Luke, you need to take into account how he feels because he loves you.
Right?
And
Yeah.
we're here to help.
Oh, I'm so glad Jesse Hedrick loves it.
Yeah, not even Hendrick.
You'll be
not even a
lucky.
cool one.
Yeah. So that's the new thing I notice people are doing to you when they bring you up. They call you Jesse Hendricks because you told everybody you're tired of being called the cook.
Well, I mean, Jesse
So
Hendricks
now
is
everybody
fine.
just is fucking up your name.
I mean, they've been fucking my name up forever. So Justin's been getting it right lately, which is nice.
That's right.
The Lulu's mic is coming back.
Oh yeah, what day's that?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, fucking,
Oh, the Lulu's?
Good job.
Okay, I wonder if it's going to be upstairs or downstairs again.
I don't know. I've never gone downstairs because I started during the pandemic.
I've never been.
Dude, you guys been going into like gas stations without a mask, just trying it out?
Not yet.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
It works.
It works.
You don't need the
They
mask.
don't give a fuck.
No.
They don't give a
Fucking
shit.
King Emperor Polis told us that we don't need the mask anymore.
Okay, well that's good. It's still up to
If
the
you're
businesses, though, right?
vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm vaccinated. Done.
I mean, I shot heroin close enough.
A shot's a shot.
Yeah, in between the toes, but, I'm vaccinated.
Why do they ever give you like shots like that? You never go to the doctor and they're like, "All right, let me see your eyeball.
Yeah, let me.
We're
catch
gonna get it."
Let me catch the vein under your dick.
I don't know what kind of doctor you guys have been going to, but
The cool guy.
okay. So, how old were you whenever your mother quit going into the doctor, like sitting with you in the room?
Oh, I don't know, probably 13ish,
No shit.
14ish.
How about you?
I'm exempt.
Exempt? Never.
Yeah. Well, my mom. I didn't grow up with my mom.
Haha, loser.
Yeah.
No, I was like way too old for my mother still to be going into the doctor's office with me.
You're going in for a physical at like 17.
Yeah.
You guys have those. You guys
And it was
have
like the child's doctor. And I was like too old to be at the child's doctor. And they're like, there's people that come in here that are like 25. I was like,
My doctor was a
what the
female.
fuck?
She wasn't
I
very
don't want to
good
be laying
looking.
on a hippo getting my penis touched by an old Indian
I don't know. I was always excited for every physical. Like I had a female doctor and she wasn't that hot, but I was like, this is the first woman to ever touch my penis.
Yeah.
This is
So you
this is
saw
a big
it
moment.
completely
Yeah, but mine
different.
wasn't even like, I mean, I did too for
I
a
was
while,
like, fuck,
but
I
then
gotta get like a half chub going. I was freaking out.
Trying to fluff in the bathroom.
at some point though, I was like, this lady's like 80 years old. She's short, stout.
Mm-hmm.
Name was Raj. Like, there's
Probably
nothing
could get
there
a hell
for
of a
me.
blowjob.
Dude, I feel like it should be reasonable to postpone a physical. They're like, can you come in on let's say Monday at 8 o'clock? It's like, no, it's 20 degrees outside on Monday. Fucking going in there, letting you.
That's
see
a
my
legitimate
shit.
reason
Yeah.
to cancel.
Yeah, like it's gonna be 20 degrees outside. You know.
I'm gonna look bad, worse.
And women don't get that excuse because they don't like clam up. The fucking.
I always thought it was weird that they gave you a lollipop at the end of the physical. They're like, so we're going to come in here. You're going to get your penis touched. It's okay. And then you get candy afterwards.
Yeah, and then we're
That's-
mad at everyone else for handing.
Yeah,
See,
that's
the
setting
problem
up
is you can't
for-
hand out candy first.
And
That's
you
where
just
these
tell-
pedophiles are fucking
Okay.
up.
Okay, yeah.
They're like candy. Now let me touch it. You got to touch it
Right.
and then candy.
Okay. I was gonna say maybe it's the same thing.
Get it right, pedophiles. Touch it, then candy.
Yeah, like make the candy the reward. It's
Or become a doctor that gives kids physicals.
Right? That seems
Oh,
like.
my God.
How many people you think have done that?
How many fucking priests and Boy Scout leaders have done that?
I don't know who all was on Epstein's plane. I'm sure there were a few.
What if Epstein was in cahoots with every pedophile active today? What if he didn't miss one?
He was like the king pedophile.
Even the ghetto pedophiles that nobody goes to those neighborhoods. He
It's
still
like,
has
what
those
is
going
it?
to
The Hindu
party.
religion, all pedophiles have to make a homage to his island.
Right.
Probably, you know what's fucked up? He's probably not even like king pedophile. There's probably other people too.
Right? That are way
Right,
bigger.
there's a pedophile above Jeffrey. It's like that's amateur shit. You gotta, those are rookie numbers. You gotta rack that shit up. I'm Caligula in this bitch.
Right. I'm sure it's known somewhere. Back page, isn't that where you find them?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was watching a thing about it. Back page is where most
Like
people get
finding
sex
up
trafficked,
kids?
murder mysteries.
You know,
or
I'm
sex
glad you guys
trafficking
found a
stories.
topic to start on. I'm really glad we got over that hurdle.
Yeah, it'd be nice to go to some better shit, huh? More light and airy. What's more light and airy than fucking kids?
What's your favorite type of ice cream?
All right.
Well, Frank gave me strawberry one time.
Did he give it to you before or after he touched you?
Before or after he touched you.
My favorite flavor used to be black raspberry, but after the incident, I can't look at it the same anymore.
And he gave me that during, like not even before he bought it.
Yeah.
Before we got
Now I can't look at black raspberry ice cream without getting a boner. And that was like 20 years ago. I don't know how I still remember.
I feel like ice cream's kind of boring. I like blizzards and shit.
I don't like sweet shit.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I mean, I'll
same.
eat it
I'm
sometimes.
moving
I'm not
out
a
of
huge
it.
fan.
I've been out of it for like I don't even remember the
What
last
did you
time.
substitute it with? Just lots of carbs and. Okay.
That's where I get my sugar.
Oh, okay. This isn't just a prop. Nice. All right. Yeah. Don't touch the bottle. It's mounted to the desk.
Right. Now, Jim Bean, we're looking for sponsors. If you want to pick up people that like to touch on pedophilia,
Yeah.
I know you're into that. Maybe.
Yeah, they pay. Yeah, they pay for those words.
Jim Bean.
You said our name and pedophilia in the same phrase.
But ooh,
Yeah, I love how you guys are just like, yeah, when did your mom stop like taking you in at the doctor's? It's like, dude, my mom used to take me and my brothers and sister to Walmart while she was on meth. For 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours, just walking around looking at the same shit, and like we'd get to where we were looking at other people, and we were like, hey, like we're ready to leave, like and we were just like, so now I think now I don't even like going grocery shopping and shit because I feel like the same fucking thing.
That's why you eat once a day.
Yep, that's why I eat once a day.
I hate Walmart so much.
Yeah,
Dude, I hate them all.
The receipt checking drives me nuts. I've had cops come to me because I refuse to show them. I had an old lady like throw herself in front of my buggy
Why?
because I won't show them my receipt.
Why?
I don't know. It's just,
because it had been gay on
This
it.
is a hill I will die on.
He didn't want her to see the hemorrhoid cream on the receipt.
I mean, I never get stopped, but
Oh, they stopped me. This old lady threw herself in front of my cart. I was like, yeah, it was.
And then you ran over her.
I thought about it. I was like, that was a very bad move. I could have just plowed her over. They called the cops out and everything.
You're gonna have self-checkout. Don't fucking check my receipt.
Yeah.
How about I self-check my receipt?
If you want to see what I bought, ring me up.
Yeah, I agree.
But they brought the cop over there, and they're like, tell him he has to show his receipt. Cop's like, it's not a law, man.
Yeah.
They're like, it's a Walmart rule. He's like, I don't enforce those.
That's the same with the mask shit. It's like everyone's like, put a mask on. It's like it's not a law.
Right? Yeah, it's just like a recommendation.
Well, it's just a part of like everything that comes across, everything that comes out like that, like the mask thing, all the way to
Yeah.
the bathrooms issue. Everything becomes politicized. So
Yeah,
it's
it
like
gave fucking-
it's a political move if you're not wearing a mask. It's like,
gave-
dude, don't even pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, it gave fucking morons and like nobodies like the first semblance of power that they've ever had in their fucking life. So they went fucking crazy with it.
Dude, honestly, I'm kind of embracing the mask because there's no obligation on my facial expression. I can just mean mug people in public. Like I can just mean mug them. Like, are you fucking retarded? Like
I've been getting
it's a
comfortable with the
little
mask.
freedom. I feel more free with the mask on. I think
Yeah, it's been
the
more
Chinese had it
comfortable.
right.
The journey.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad that people don't know that I'm a mouth breather in public anymore.
No, that's a good work. Speaking of mouth breathers, the fucking South is like out of gas. Like no gas down there.
Dude.
None of them.
No, Whitney was calling me like, you better get gas. I was like, we have gas.
That's because of the fucking Russians.
Yeah, they hacked
Well,
the
does
fucking
everything
pipeline.
go back to the Russians?
Yeah,
No, it really
the
is.
Russians fucking hacked the pipeline.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
But that's just over there.
Well, the other problem is
Good thing we got all these electric cars.
everyone in the South is like, oh, we're running out of gas. It's more expensive than it's ever been. Let me hook up the horse trailer and fill it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't learn our lesson with toilet paper.
I mean,
Dude.
yeah. I mean, y'all probably been seeing those pictures on like social media and shit of like the guy filling up hundreds of gallons of gas
Yeah.
and barrels and shit. It's
bags.
Like, fucking retarded.
Fucking,
Dude, the
out
prices
of
of
your
wood.
mind.
There's this guy.
I saw that.
He paid
fucking-
$2,000 for that shit. He had to have, right?
Dude, like a 2x4x8 used to be like $9. He said it was like 63 the other day. or
that's
some shit.
ridiculous. This
Yeah.
is not a builder's market.
No. And everyone fucking. It got hiked up because everyone became a fucking handyman for the past 15 months.
Looking at this whole pandemic thing, though, it's like, it seems overblown. It seems like it was not that big of a deal.
No.
But now we're all fucked because,
Oh, fuck.
yeah.
Well, I
So
remember.
you guys are listening to the retards talking about the pandemic podcast.
Oh yeah. That's y'all never told me what the name of it was. I'm glad to know now.
Oh, yeah.
Retards talking. It's a long
the big
acronym.
fellas.
Yeah, the big fellas.
Yeah, the big fellas. Okay.
Duh, big fellas.
Yeah.
Okay.
it
Duh,
right.
big fella. My bad. I didn't mispronounce it correctly.
He wants to change it to duh.
Yeah, D-U-H,
Big fellas.
big fellas instead of
Duh,
D-A.
big fellas.
I think it has a better ring to it. 'Cause,
Y'all should just change it to Da Buffalo. Da Buffalo.
in the name, I want them to know you probably shouldn't really listen to us.
You just open every podcast and the audio is just, "Chaw, welcome back, faggots."
Gonna offend all our gay listeners.
Yeah, all 2 of them.
I offended some the other day. So there's this mother and her her daughter and her daughter's
And
wife.
they watch our podcast.
No.
Oh.
No, they saw our set that we did.
Oh, the
at
promo?
that place.
Oh, the set.
Yeah.
Where?
After all our shows, we went to that bar and did
Oh,
a
okay.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I went into my like this close to fucking dudes bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so the mother was laughing her fucking ass off, and then the other two were just not a fan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what's great about comedy is like you don't have to apologize for any of that shit because
No.
like your ideal set is them having the best time that they could
Why do you have
possibly have
fucking
while you're
cheese
on,
on
stage.
here?
I don't know.
Because he's fat as
I
fuck.
review quesadillas.
Oh, okay.
I also do a
sorry.
foodie. What's that mukbang channel?
Right.
You're fucking just chewing through watermelons. and
you
shit.
went and have you performed in Denver?
I have.
Okay,
At the
have you?
Humor Underground, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Dave McGamble the other day, I was talking to him, and he was like, "Hey, you know your tranny porn joke? Wouldn't do that in Denver." And I was like, "Oh, that makes me really want to do it in Denver." He's like, "All right, then go for it."
Yeah. You know how many people told me not to do any of my jokes in Denver?
How'd your set go?
They just told you not to
Smash.
go to
Did you?
Denver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did good.
People that were upset were the PC comics.
Yeah, I think it was either Marcus or Gamble said that. He's like, everyone else is like, "Oh, this is refreshing."
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one else is
Yeah.
doing this.
Well, I mean, people go to comedy expecting us to say the thing we're not supposed to say. Like we're there. You go specifically out to hear people
Yeah.
say wild shit. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if I just said stuff everybody agreed with, that'd be a shitty show. So Jesus,
Yeah.
he's coming back. What?
I'm telling you, bro. And his name is Troy Morgan. No.
There's Troy Morgan.
Oh yeah, you don't. Oh, you probably
I don't know
never
Troy
met
Morgan
Yeah.
either.
Well, I mean, it's really great to throw out names of people
Yeah.
who aren't even names on a podcast.
What is he, like a
But, yeah.
country music singer?
No, he's a local performer here in the Springs.
Oh, sorry, Troy Morgan.
Right?
He's a musician. He says he's a comedian, but I feel
Oh,
like he's
Troy.
just a
Oh,
He's
fucking
really
Troy.
nice,
Yeah,
right? I know
Troy Morgan.
Troy.
Yeah, big old Troy. He got
So,
the he got the bass and everything.
His name
yeah.
on Facebook is Troy Douglas, so I didn't know
Yeah.
his last name.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know which panel of white he is, so he alternates names.
Okay.
No, that dude's nice as fuck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's really cool.
He randomly showed up at a bar K, like after everybody had already left and they were closing down the bar. Like I was just outside smoking a cigarette, and he pulled up. I was like, "Fucking Troy!" He was like, "Oh hey dude, what's up? I just happened to be around." I was like,
Yeah.
"You motherfucker!"
If you would have done that impression, I would have known immediately.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that dude was like a Marine or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so one day at Battle Mountain, the mic that you hosted
I thought it was Air
down-
Force.
I mean, when he chased
I don't-
the fucking deer down
Yeah,
the street.
yeah. I was
Wait, he chased a deer?
Yeah, because
That sounds like Troy.
way to beat me to the punch on my own story, Jesse. Yeah, I was like outside because fresh air or whatever, and there was a deer running with a broken leg. And I started chasing it, and then I realized that it had the broken leg, and then I felt bad for it.
Yeah.
And I went in there, and I went to Troy. I was like, "Hey, there's like a deer with a broken leg running out there." It's like, "A deer with a fucking broken leg," and he runs to his truck and
Grabs a
grabs
Bowie
a
knife.
fucking Bowie knife, and he just starts like running around. I was like, "Where are you?" Oh my god! And then in the fucking in the fucking parking lot, the car lot next door, there's like a bunch of rustling inside of the garbage can, and he's like, "Is there a deer in here?" And this homeless dude just pops his head out. He's like, "No." I'm like, "All right, I'm going back inside. This is too much for one." That did not just happen.
Dude, imagine chasing a deer down, catching it, and being like, "Now I'm gonna murder it."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna murder
Even
this
with
thing.
3
We're gonna
legs.
have some venison." I was like,
Jesus Christ. I thought he was.
You, man.
That's the thing, though. Like, I see Troy as, like, ultimate positivity. So I thought he was, like, going to chase the deer to try to mend its leg.
Right.
You're like, no, I want to flay it and fucking.
Yeah.
We're gonna eat good tonight, boys. And that deer's just like, shit.
I don't think that's how the tags work. I don't think you can just jack him in the middle of the street.
he was going to.
Like, could
Right.
you imagine a guy just walking on the sidewalk dragging a dead deer? Like, a fucking cop's gonna approach him and ask him what he's doing.
Right.
He's just like, fucking leave that hick alone.
He's
Jesus
like, "Woo!"
Christ.
Puts the light on him.
You
Click.
just see a trail of blood on the sidewalk. He's just dragging this fucking deer.
just smearing his face in blood.
Sir, what are you doing? I'm just heading to the house.
I am the deer.
Troy comes back to the bar and he's just wearing its fucking coat over his shoulders.
That would have been so fucking cool if he got that.
And then stormed the Capitol with it.
Yeah,
awesome.
the other fucking day I was here and he was still passed out, fucking drunk from the night before. And there was like this bunny rabbit just sitting in the yard for like 30 minutes. I was like, I don't want to have to go wake him up to ask him for the bow because I know he's going to tell me no, but I'm pretty sure it's in his room. So I might have to tiptoe in. I didn't realize it was just over here.
Yeah.
But I was like, for 30 minutes, like, I can't just throw something at it.
That's so.
I was like, I woke up bloodthirsty that day.
Yeah, no, it was just a cute little rabbit. He's like, I'm gonna put an arrow probably in a spot that's not gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
And then-
like Luke frustratingly throwing a rock, hitting the rabbit, and the rabbit just looks at him like, "The fuck, dude?"
I was throwing my fucking,
You're like, "I'm gonna kill you."
I was throwing my frisbee golf discs at them the other day. Like, that was the best
I want to
part.
try frisbee golf. I heard it's fun as shit.
It's I mean,
Heard Ben Askren talking about
Really,
it.
I heard it was gay as shit.
it is what it sounds like. You fucking throw a disc and you walk outside, and I don't have many reasons to
You
go
throw a
walk
disc and
outside.
walk outside.
That's a good point.
Frisbee golf.
Frisbee
Fuck
golf.
regular golf. I'm not spending money on clubs.
No, me neither. I heard the discs are cheap.
I am thinking about dropping a pretty penny on a pool cue, though.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Do you play enough pool?
I play literally every day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic. We've established
He's
this.
always a happy
We
tap.
established it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you must really like playing pool. No, I just like getting fucked up. There's always
No,
a pool
see,
table around.
I wouldn't be at the bar every day, but I don't know anyone with a pool table willing to have me at their house every day playing pool.
So thus, alcoholism has
Yeah.
to be the case.
When you're
I
friends with a bunch of
understand.
poor comedians, so I literally don't know anybody with a pool table.
That's right. That's right. You can't just show up at people's house. I got some fun shit to do. I'm trying not to drink. And then people can literally
working on myself.
and then people out here can literally tell you to take a hike.
When I first moved here, I downloaded some like hiking app because I thought I was going to start going on hikes.
Yeah.
And whenever I pumped in my location, it fucking crashed. It's like, too much.
There's too much to do. It's crashing the app, and you're like, this is why I can't find anything to do.
When I moved here, I tried hiking. I did it like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, I don't get it. I'm just
I love
walking
it.
in woods.
Oh, dude, I love it, man.
I fucking got a call from one of my best friends today. And I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, I'm on top of a mountain. I'm like, oh, you had a good... No, I'm on top of a mountain. I ran up a really big
feeling.
mountain, decided to give you a call during my break before I run back down the mountain.
Turns out I have really good reception up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like, there's nothing in me that wants to do that.
It's the
No.
best, man. It's the best.
It's like scenic or some shit. I don't care.
Well, I love going really close, like getting on a really high, like mountain or rock or something, and then like looking down off the cliff and just seeing all the people at the bottom that I could just be throwing the rocks around.
I'm instantly like, I'm gonna
No.
slip off this fucking thing.
No, you have that. You have that feeling, like
Yeah.
Call of the Void shit. I think that's kind of why I do it. But it's really dope, and you get to like see some nice shit. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I've
dope.
done it too, but anytime I've gotten to the top, I'm like, wow, I'm really tired. My legs hurt.
Yeah.
And I can look at this on my computer.
And now I
which
have
is,
to
like,
walk
sad.
back to the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I had to learn that the hard way. Is like you can go as far as you want, but the trip back is going to be the
Shitty
hard
part.
part. Yeah,
I got really into mountain biking for a while. I like doing that.
that's the only way I could trick myself into
Dude,
exercising.
have you seen the legs on these fucking mountain bikers?
Oh, they're ridiculous.
Like
I know. I got a few at the house.
Jesus Christ, Justin. The fucking, like, I don't know what part of the muscle it is on your leg because I don't have it, but it's like near the knee. And there's like chicks, it was like pumping out like that far.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And they're just fucking.
Yeah.
It's fun as shit though.
You see them going on a straight incline. You see them fucking going.
None
on
of them
little
look happy
boulders and-
doing it.
Well, it's like, am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? That was fun.
It's probably a good thing I don't do it anymore. I was doing stupid shit. I'd be like flying down mountains with headphones on. I'd be like, oh shit, a turn.
That's why
Oh, turn.
I could. That's why I could
Wipe out.
never. That would be the most quiet, the most silent and sudden deaths. It's just you could just be going down a hill and there's the ledge.
Yeah,
and then
off-
it's just
off you go.
silently off.
I fell off of a bridge because
like,
I
well,
was going
shit.
down a hill and it was a 90-degree turn to a bridge and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I just laid the bike over.
Yeah.
But I still had too much momentum, so I just flew off the side of the fucking bridge.
There goes there goes the rest of my life, just like that.
I started driving those fucking mopeds around and shit, hit 45 downhill. I'm like, yeah!
Fucking the thought of Luke, the vision of the image of Luke on a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mopeds and motorcycles seem so dangerous. I don't think I would ever own one.
He was a mopedo.
I'm a mopedophile.
I only molest new models. I don't want that
Are we 30 minutes in already?
25.
Jesus.
word. So how long you guys usually go for?
An hour.
An hour.
An hour? Word. Dopievsky.
We'll cut down all our.
Yeah,
We
to about
have to
40
have
minutes.
quality control on this podcast. Sometimes.
Oh, really? You guys
say
want to start that
some
now?
Sometimes we get really drunk before we do this, and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It's
Fucking-
uncensored completely. When it gets
Yeah.
completely unfettered, it's like I'm listening back to it, and I'm like, "The fuck are we saying?
Yeah, you're
This
just kinda
cannot go out."
jumping from one thing to the next. I totally get that.
He was mad the first time, but I lost one. Then I did another one, and I cut like 50 minutes down to like 24 minutes. I was like, sorry, it just wasn't feasible. Trying to be famous, not, blackballed.
Speaking of blackball, I smashed my nut. Just pulls junk out. Demonetization. Blocked. Banned.
Demonetized. We're not monetized anyway.
Oh, so
love-
what do you want the background to be for this podcast?
Oh, yeah, we do need a background. I mean,
Oh, word.
we started with
Well, you
pedophiles,
guys
I'm
don't
not
like
doing that.
hiking, so we're not gonna do a mountainous fucking range. I don't know, man. If you guys want to do like the inside of a porta potty,
Like for last.
Yes, sure.
Right?
Yeah,
This table would
let's
fit.
Have people, let's have people look at that for
Yeah.
fucking an hour.
it'll be like the clowncore videos on YouTube. Just in a fucking porta potty.
The last
Yeah.
one we did, we had Thad on. And
Thad?
he sent us a picture. He's like, here, put these models up in bikinis. We were like, okay. Then I put up a picture of his family.
Yeah.
It's like, how you like these sluts?
Yeah, it's like, hey Jesse, we're going to put a picture of his family up, and I'm going to ask him what he wants. After I already came
Yeah, we
up
already
with the
knew what
plan.
it was going to be.
Dude, that's so fucking funny. And he was just like, oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
I think part of the fun of this podcast is my editing is like I get to do jokes that you guys will recognize, but nobody else will.
Yeah, like in post editing, I can just be like, yeah, I really love helping the homeless and doing charity work. And you're like, I'm going to edit it into this. And it's like, yeah, guys, I really enjoyed sucking lots of cocks.
Right.
You know? It's like a deep
Hey.
fake, but.
That's the sound bite right there.
Oh, lots of sucking, lots of cocks. There we go.
Put that on the soundboard. Isolate it. Throw it on
So the other day,
soundboard.
my head was in a trash can, and I told him to slow down. What the fuck? Okay. All right, that was more of an intro laugh. Like,
It
oh,
was.
he's coming out to tell some jokes.
I don't know where my rim shot is, and I'm afraid to hit a bunch of buttons.
Woman crying. Like, why does that have sound?
I love having the soundboard, but I feel like it's super corny.
It's not. I mean, you can place it well. It's just you got to know what the buttons do.
Right? That helps.
You're going to be like, oh, dude, that's really funny. This would go well.
Yeah, right.
It's like, yeah.
Spent some time working on your podcast.
Go away, fatty.
He's just talking
Don't
to his
talk to your
girlfriend.
wife like that.
Don't talk to your wife. Oh, his wife. My bad, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Sorry, baby.
Luke could fuck you better. All right. Nice meeting you, by the way.
So give us some good meth stories.
Meth
Oh,
stories.
you got meth
Yes.
stories?
What are you talking about? I only did meth like for a month of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, we all did it, you know? I mean, everybody did
You
that
ever done
growing up,
meth?
you know?
No.
Neither have I.
No?
Give us
No
some
meth?
good meth stories.
Oh, dude. There was, okay, fine.
There was
I'll
once
gi-
this
I'll give
microwave.
I didn't say that had to be
No,
about
no,
you.
no,
You could have
no.
talked about anybody in your family, but
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, shit. I don't do meth currently. I feel like that's the most important thing to glean from this. I don't do meth currently. I haven't done that in years. It was just a month of my life, and I realized it wasn't for me. But there was this one time we picked up what we thought was meth, and we're partying at the house, me and this guy. And, you know, it's not really, I say partying, but you're never partying with meth. It's just looking around, sweating, and wiping your nostrils like you just did coke, even though it wasn't coke. But, like, I sat there on my phone, and I just scrolled for like hours and hours. And I didn't realize that hours had gone by. And the whole time around me, my friend was cleaning everything spotless. And then I passed out and I woke up like a few hours later and he was gone. The whole house was dark. I walk outside. This motherfucker has a sock in his hand and he's scrubbing the outside of the house.
So wait, you said you thought what you thought was meth. What was it?
It turned out to be bath salts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I went in the bathroom, jerked off for 2 hours, and he wiped down the side of the house with a sock. So it was interesting.
And then whenever
And
you
then I never did-
ejaculated, do you ejaculate into the sock that he was cleaning the house with?
No, it had blood on it because like as he was, like I said, it's bath salts, man. So it's like he's wiping the side of the house and he doesn't realize they're afraid like nails and stuff sticking out, and he had gashed his hand open like real deep.
Just kept going.
And you saw blood like the next morning when the sun came out, because this was at 3 a.m. he was doing this. But like the next morning, whenever we walked outside, there was just blood smears all over the side of the house. I was like, great, it's gonna look like fucking Manson family.
So what does meth
movie.
feel like? Like if you had to describe it to someone who's never done it.
I mean, if you
I've done coke.
it feels like true paranoia. Like
Sounds
it's kind
fun.
of it's kind of like that's the thing. That's why it wasn't
smoke
for
too
me.
much weed.
That's why it wasn't for me. No, it's exactly like weed. Let me tell you. No,
It's a gateway drug.
yeah, it makes you hungry and everything. No, I was actually in better shape. That might have been why I did it. I was in better shape when I was on meth. No, but yeah, dude, you just see, and then you meet sketchy fucking people doing it. It's funny to look back on it now because like I went to go visit like my friend and stuff, and it got to where like we were so fucking high on that shit that I kept seeing in my rearview mirror while we were driving a cop always in the distance with his lights on coming after us. So like just randomly during the day in our drive, like because we lived in my truck, I would just randomly start taking back roads and going in circles, and like I was doing every trick in the book to lose somebody. And my friend who lived in the truck with me was just like, "What the fuck are we?"
Right.
He's like, "What are you doing, man? We're trying to go get eggs." I'm like, it
My one of my best friends was on meth.
was terrible.
For a while, and I realized it was a bad drug when
Yeah.
he was about to beat my ass because I owed him $7. Like, I was like, I don't got it.
What was the first time you were exposed to that type of shit?
Like hard drugs or just meth in general? Meth.
Right. Like, for instance, like my first time, I was buying some weed off this dude in middle school. And I went to walk out of the room because he's in his room. Me and him smoked a few bowls. I went to walk out, and as I'm walking out, he's like, "Hey, man." And I turn around, and he's got a belt around his arm. And he's like, "Hey, can you line me up? I can't get the needle." And I was like, "What?" And I'm like 14,
Yeah.
15 years old. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "No, nigga, no, I can't do that."
I've been around weed all my life. My parents always smoked weed, and that's always been really normal. But as far as hard drugs, probably like 15, 16, it was my friends. They were older than me. They started getting into it.
Right.
And losing their houses and freedom and teeth. And I was like, well.
That's the thing. Is like nobody talks about how fun meth and crack are. Like, there's just a lot of people doing it.
Yeah, you never have anyone that gets through it and goes, I mean, I'd do it again.
But that's the thing is like a reformed crackhead would never romance the old times. Like, yeah, I remember
No.
that time I sucked old boy's dick, and he wasn't even the one with the drugs. He just was just a guy.
But rehab alcoholics do.
yeah, rehab alcoholics.
They
are
look
like,
back
I
like,
remember this
oh,
one.
I barely
when
remember
we used
it,
to have
but-
fun? At least we got these chips now. Fuck our lives.
What I'd do to be able to slam another fifth of whiskey again.
Yeah.
Who was it? I think it was Norm Macdonald had a brilliant bit about AA. He was talking about like yeah, I go to these meetings. I'm like, my name is Steve K. Steve K. I'm not gonna tell you my last name, you know. But yeah, I remember this one time I was under the demon rum. I was under the influence of the demon rum, and I just caved in my newborn son's skull with my hand, and I pulled my knuckles back, and it was just blood and sinew. But it's just K, Steve K. You're not getting my last name. It's like maybe it's like AA is mostly for people who are shitty people,
Right?
that use a lot of people, and they're like just use alcohol as like a crutch. Like, yeah, that's why I did that.
I used to go to AA with my friend. I didn't have a problem at the time. He used to go, and I would just sit there and listen to him and be like, these guys are all so broken. Like, none of you, the fact that you guys are living at all is amazing.
But did you ever think, listening to those stories, like, I've never done any of that drunk?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's where you know that there's a disconnect. It's like, you're doing a different thing. Like, I'm just, like, I've never, like, you've never, like, ran through, you just hear the craziest fucking stories.
my worst things drunk is
Yeah.
usually the text messages I send people. And I'm like, ooh, no, well. Or one time I got really drunk and mad at my girlfriend, so I drove off in the Mustang I had at the time. And then it was raining. And I didn't mean to, but it was at an intersection. And I just punched it. And there's cars everywhere, red lights. And all of a sudden I'm doing donuts in the middle of the intersection, in the middle of the day.
You clipped a homeless person.
I didn't hit anybody. No, I was so like I drove right home like, oh, I'm going to prison. I'm going to prison. I'm going to prison. Somebody definitely saw that.
Dude, I remember this one night I got like stupid fucking drunk, and then like I left my house. My friend was supposed to drive me home, but I was so drunk I was just like, I'm ready to leave, and I just hopped in my truck and I left. And I'm like driving and stuff, and like I'm so drunk that my head keeps like drifting underneath the dashboard, and I'm driving like sideways because I'm trying not to pass out. And I'm like freaking out, like, oh my God, I hope I can make it home. But I'm realizing I'm putting my blinker on, I'm slowing down, like I'm going the speed limit. It's like I'm in complete control of everything but myself.
You guys ever fallen asleep while driving? I've woken up in the sides of ditches like twice, and I'm like, oh.
Dude.
I've like veered off the side of the road and or like smashed the median before, but
Oh, dude.
I never hit anything
kept
except
driving.
a deer.
Bro, I had that happen one time too, man. It was like 5 or 6 in the morning. I was fucking falling asleep, and there was just like tall grass in the median and shit, and you couldn't see how deep the median went. And this is a Louisiana median, so it goes down about maybe 30 or 40 feet, right? Well, I'm driving, I start dozing off and shit. I have the window down, the radio all the way up. I'm chewing gum, I'm smoking a cigarette, I'm on the steering wheel, and all of a sudden I pass out. And then I realize I'm dreaming. I wake up and all I see is my truck going into the grass.
Yeah.
And dude, like the truck literally went out, fell, and landed like this, like landed on the front, and then the back fell. And I just, somehow it was still drivable. And I just was driving through this long fucking grass and shit, like freaking the fuck out. And then I see that the median's ending soon.
Yeah.
So I had to hurry up and get back onto the fucking freeway. So I immediately got back on and took the first exit. Went to a Waffle House. And then these 2 women walked in 5 minutes after I came in, and they were like, hey, did you see that guy that went off the road? I hope he's okay.
Do you know how many more arrests we would have if police just sat at Waffle Houses?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, because like my truck was a dead red flag, dude. I mean, it had grass sticking out of the grill, the rims,
dead
everything was
babies
like-
on the back. Yeah.
dude,
dead raccoons and shit all over the hood.
I was hearing the other day there's some bar in Denver that's like always packed and only has one bathroom for the whole place. So
That's
all the
horrible.
dudes just go into the back alley to take a piss, and cops like wait there to arrest people.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That-
Dude, that's
fuck.
so fucked up.
Yeah. Goddamn entrapment.
Yeah,
It is entrapment, and they're probably doing it in unmarked vehicles too. It looks like a little Honda or something, just sitting outside. It's like, oh yeah, that's a
We
soccer
really
mom.
should change these pissing laws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I gotta piss, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. This is a reoccurring topic.
Sometimes, yeah, no shit, right? Well, no shit, just piss.
Bring back pissing in public.
Yeah, I mean, I do it. You know, I'm a driver for my job, so I'll just pull off anywheres on the interstate, open a car door, and just start pissing. And I know that the oncoming traffic's gonna see my dick. You just gotta deal with it. You just gotta deal with it, bro. I'm never seeing those people again in my life.
Right?
They're never seeing my dick again. It's not a threat.
Yeah. The first time I went up to that mic in Denver in the backyard, I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to piss in this urinal. And I just walked back out to my car, opened up the door, and took a piss on the street. Like, do the far more sketchy thing.
Right?
Yeah, in front of someone's house. Like there was a row of houses, and he's like, I gotta piss.
So when did you start doing comedy?
I started April. I remember the month.
I'm really
It was-
bad with
it was
dates, so if you could do the
April-
math for me.
Right. It was about no. It was two years.
Okay.
It started 2 years ago. I did my first set at Looney's. I moved out here April of 2019, I believe.
How long was it before like the thought of wanting to do it before actually?
I planned for
doing
3
it?
years.
Okay.
Yeah, I planned for 3 years. That I knew that I wanted to come out here because I had tried for years to like get a band together and stuff like that, and everything I got together just kept falling apart. But I knew I wanted to perform something, and like comedy, you know, if you love comedy, you get
Yeah.
into that. And I didn't realize that because the way you see professional comics first, and you're like, oh yeah, they're a guy really good at their field.
Yeah.
You never internalize, oh yeah, you just have to get into it.
Yeah. I
Like
didn't
you
realize
literally
that till
just have to
recently.
get on stage and start doing it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that first Looney set, I went up, I did okay, and I got off, and then a friend of mine, Alonzo Granillo, came up, and I hadn't met him before that. He was like, hey man, I can tell you've done this
So
before.
when was your first Looney set?
April 12th, 2019, I believe. It was like a week after I'd gotten here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Into what year? 2012, you said?
19.
19, okay. Yeah, that math
I've only
wouldn't
been
have
doing
made
this
sense.
for 2 years, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I started in September of that same year.
Okay, well, yeah,
Yeah.
we started about,
Yeah, that's when I started at
started at the
Looney's.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Looney's is a good place to start, especially, it's 2.5 minutes.
Especially
in
back
front of a
then,
packed room. Yeah.
Because the room was always packed when I'd go.
Yeah.
was nice.
It was packed with good audience members and people you wouldn't see at any other mic.
Yeah, I kind of label it as like more of an alternative crowd, but it was fine.
Yeah, it's easy. It's an easy room. Like, you just go in there with A material and see how well it does,
Yeah.
That's the problem with those the new open micers just going up at like 3Es and stuff.
There's so many that don't go anywhere else.
Is it okay to talk about that type of shit on this podcast?
Yeah, inside baseball.
Okay, cool. We can
Just
play
don't.
inside.
Yeah, don't say
name the
names.
shitty comic.
Then I'll,
Right,
then
I
I'll
mean,
have to take 4 hours to go through the editing process and find
Right.
it.
Y'all gotta understand, I'm like the Babe Ruth of inside baseball.
Yeah.
I do cocaine as well.
Right.
I talk about this shit you're not supposed to talk about accidentally.
Yeah, no, we do too.
Yeah, you guys just
Inside
have to-
baseball is my favorite shit to talk about.
Right.
I think it bores a lot of people. Maybe it doesn't.
Well, either way, if you're watching this podcast as a new fucking comic and you only go to 3Es, we're talking about you, faggot. And you need to go out and support the local comedy scene. Come out and do some fucking sets.
I mean, you just
Like
don't
a
get
real
good
man.
by doing once a week.
You
don't
don't
get good.
You don't.
No.
Like, you fucking
not
Someone
don't.
asked
possible.
that at the fucking writing session the other day, and we're like, hey, did fucking
What'd they say?
they asked like, how do I get better if I can only do it once a month? It's like,
It's gonna get
you
to
won't?
yeah.
Dude, I swear, it's probably gonna get to a point to where like new comics are gonna be like, "Hey, where's the list? I want to try this out," and Eric's gonna be like, "Get the fuck out of my club!"
Right? I mean, I've seen new comics just come out of the woodwork since 3Es started.
Yeah, and
Before
I've
3Es,
seen-
I didn't see any new ones. Not really.
No.
That's the thing. I've seen a lot of new comics that are starting out and they're already getting work.
Right.
Like they haven't even been doing it a year and they're already getting like fucking opening and featuring gigs and
I
shit.
know.
You
Like
know,
this faggot
you
over
bag
here.
of shit. yeah. I wasn't gonna let him fucking talk. This fucking cocksucker. I'm just funny out the gate like an asshole.
But you do something different. Like,
Yeah, like work for our shit.
no, I mean, him. Like, I can't think of another comic that's as dark, depraved, and,
Well, I mean, I've seen Lloyd pissed, but that's like Jewish depravity. That's like old angry Jew
Mine's
depravity.
a completely different style, but I'm starting to pick up on his because I fucking live with the guy.
right?
Yeah,
I
and you're
can't
getting
help
some
it.
of that old depravity, Jew
Depravity.
Yeah.
Can't stop eating hard-boiled eggs. Don't like pork anymore.
I know. I think the Colorado Springs scene's a good scene. I'm pretty happy to be a part of it, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it'll
yeah.
pop off.
But that's the thing is we gotta
hub.
it's definitely like a group effort. I've noticed like a bunch of people are starting up podcasts and stuff, which means I don't have to,
Right.
Which is dope. I can just go and just be like, hey, thanks for coming out, Justin. Yeah, no problem. Got literally nothing else
I
going
think
on.
banding together is what makes a scene pop, though. If you get all
Yeah.
clicky and you're like, no, not that guy, fuck that guy,
Yeah.
that's what,
Well, I
what
mean,
sinks a scene.
I don't think that's the main problem. I think the reason it gets clicky is because of hustle culture. It's literally people who are just like, yeah, you got to get out there every night, do every show all the fucking time. It's like, no, you should take a break if you're burnt out and you don't have anything new to work on. Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're just going up there and embarrassing yourself because you know, like,
Yeah, you should probably take 5 and reassess.
well, I mean, like for example, like last week I took off because I had a sinus infection. Then out of that I got a cold, and then out of that I got fucking food poisoning. Fuck it, I don't feel funny.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be funny.
Yeah, you're just sick.
Yeah, I just feel
Yeah.
like shit. I don't feel
but that
funny.
makes sense not to go out and do it that day.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
couple weeks where I was only doing like 3 mics because I was like, well, fuck that one and fuck that one, and I don't feel like traveling the whole way over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, give me a goddamn crowd.
I mean, I'm pretty much done at the pub until people tell me there's an audience, because it's a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, you hear that, Gabriel?
For
You
nothing.
sack of shit. You need to get a crowd in there, motherfucker.
I'm going to Vegas tomorrow to do some mics, so that's going to be
That
interesting.
would be nice. Yeah, let us know what those crowds are
let
like.
us know how the Vegas crowds are, man.
For sure.
Because a bunch of Vegas comics were here, and I was like, what's comedy like out there? And they're like, good fucking luck. You're in the middle of the fucking slots table.
Oh, so no one's going
no-
to pay attention.
You're just gonna hear
Yeah.
brrr, ding ding.
Like, this fucking asshole's
That
trying to
makes
tell
sense.
jokes while I'm
Yeah.
trying to gamble my house away.
I'm trying to talk myself.
Yeah, try to give me more of a rush than losing my family.
Yeah.
When you get back from Vegas, I want to plan a trip up to Denver, because I don't want to drive back the night. We'll get like a hotel or something
All right.
and just go to a couple of mics. How
One
many
bed.
mics do we can hit? I mean, I'll sleep on the couch.
Does Denver have more than one mic open?
I think so.
They have plenty of mics.
Yeah, that's from what I
Okay.
hear.
Okay.
I'll have to look
'Cause
into
I
it,
thought
though.
it was just that Humor Underground show that was able to do shit.
I know there's like Pallet City,
No, there's a bunch
Yeah.
of mics, but
but I'd like to find a night where we can go hit 2 or 3. You know, on the same
yeah.
night.
If you're
Oh,
gonna
there's
drive out to
days we
Denver,
can
you
do
want to do
yeah,
2 sets.
that'd be great.
Because like the Saturday show at the Humor Underground's pretty dope. I like that setup.
I need to start hitting up Comedy Works, the New Faces thing.
Wait, the Comedy Works is doing shows again?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's so crazy. He thinks that because I'm like, I'm not. I feel like I'm too new of a face for new faces. I'm like, I'm not refined enough. He's like, fuck it. I'm gonna tell him about myself farting in jars. They're
Yeah.
gonna love
Well,
it.
yeah.
They're gonna love it.
Isn't Comedy Works where you just randomly get picked?
Yeah, you got to like email in or some shit.
Right.
Or it's on their
you
website.
Right, you got to get your name on the list, and then they put in an.
Alan said it took him a year to get on, but he applied every week, and as soon as he did it, he's like,
Yeah,
good to go.
Gabriel said they really had it work out one night to where him, Austin, and fucking Callan all got a set, and that
wow.
never happens.
"This shit."
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But I mean, everybody I've seen go do Comedy Works, they put that shit on YouTube afterwards.
Yeah,
Because the recording's
yeah, you
good,
get
it's
it.
a
You
good
get a
crowd.
tape, and it's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
club's fucking legendary.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm at the point now where I just want to start feeling other crowds because I feel like I kind of get the Springs crowd for the most part.
Yeah,
I want to see some new faces, some new attitudes, people that are actually offended.
Yeah,
I love offending people.
well, I mean,
With the laugh.
I go off of like Patrice O'Neill had said, like you want 50% of the crowd to be laughing, and if you're being authentic to yourself, then 50% of the crowd should be dying laughing, and 50 should be like, what is
Shocked.
happening?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
But that's the thing is like, but your goal isn't to offend people. It's like, but if they do get offended, it's fun to have the currency in that moment to be like, oh, they forgot to give you a microphone. Nobody gives a shit how you
Yeah.
feel about that joke, you know, like because the rest of the room is laughing and you're in your feelings, so it's obviously a you thing.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know you.
I'm not wrong, but I'm also not
That's-
going to please everybody.
That's the thing. It's like what. Like I forgot who had said it, but a professional comic had said it. He was saying that like comedy. I think it was Dave Chappelle on the Rogan podcast that he just did. He was saying that comedy. The reason he loves it so much is because it's the last bastion of things are going to be okay.
Oh yeah.
Like comedy's literally like, yeah, things are rough for now, but let's get a laugh. You know, like it's
Find
literally
brevity in the moment.
right. So
Yeah.
it's like it's weird that that's the thing being attacked the hardest. It's like we're the ones telling you it's going to be okay. We're the ones trying to make you forget about the other shit.
Right. Even though sometimes I got to dig a deeper hole to make you laugh at it.
Yeah,
And go darker and deeper.
I love when open micers like us like talk about cancel culture and shit. Like we have careers,
Right.
like oh yeah, what I hate when people get offended. It's like and it doesn't affect you. Yeah,
Yeah, it
No.
doesn't affect me.
It's great. We could fucking fly. We got all.
That's something Ralphie May. I was hearing him talk to a comic, and he was like, "Who was he?" He's like, "You haven't made a big gig." He's like, "Oh, this is when it's still fun.
Yeah,
Like, enjoy the road."
Yeah, when you have the anonymity and nobody knows you, you can do whatever you want.
But that's a little weird because I'm like poor and struggling right now. It's like, what fun, dude. The fun, I'm thinking the fun's gonna be later. This is the work, right?
Yeah. But it's nice. The thing is, like, I don't know if you guys have had people ask you this in your family, but like my parents have already asked, like, are you getting paid to do all these shows? And it's like, no, they're open mics.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, well, why aren't you getting paid? It's like, well, I wouldn't pay a brand new plumber
Right,
the
right.
same money. Like I wouldn't pay it myself headliner money.
Exactly.
Just starting like that. It's, I mean, the assumption, right? Like just the self-importance of that statement. Like, yeah, I should be getting headlining gigs. It's
Right.
like, what? You're out of your fucking
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Because you know who else is headlining? Bill Burr.
Right.
Like that's such a huge difference. And
Well, I'd say the most important thing is if you want headlining money, you gotta write some fucking jokes.
Yeah.
what are you beaming at me for? You got all fucking cryptic. You gotta be goddamn funny. You are turning into Lloyd. Just, dude, that's who Lloyd is. He's that old miner on the gravel road. Don't go down there. Fucking, it's haunted. There's
I don't know, but like writing jokes is big, but also learning how to perform, learning your timing, equally as important.
You learn how to perform before you learn how to write jokes. Like it's a differently staged process. Like you got to learn how to, everything from cadence on stage, taking the mic out, and
I mean, when I started, my jokes were way better than my performance. My jokes carried my performance.
How long have you been doing it?
2 years.
2 years? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. We started around the same time, man.
Yeah, have you seen the video of him going up for the first time, second time,
Third time.
third time?
First
No.
2 times I crushed.
Wait,
When I got
really?
really drunk on this. Yeah. Then I was feeling myself a lot. And
Man,
I ate a
I
lot
feel
of
bad
shit.
for you, bro. That first bomb must have hurt.
It
You were
hurt
like,
so
but this
bad.
worked the first
I was
two
on top
times.
of the world. I was like, I can't not be funny. I went up with new shit. I was like, I'm just fucking prolific.
And you're like, I wonder which thumbnail I'm going to use for my Netflix special. And then that third set came in, and you were like,
and
oh,
I
God.
put down like a whole one of these of vodka before I went up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I got this. I'm a partier. I'm a comic. And then I just ate the biggest dick.
Oof.
Yeah. Ben Verbeck made fun of me afterwards. I was like, oh.
Dude, Verbeck's
No, I was
trash.
talking about fucking your Laughing Skull set.
Oh, that's a good set. That was my second set.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like all he had was jokes. He was just up, 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 up.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
no fucking.
He was
No
just riding
presence
the
or
rails,
timing
just
or
ba- ba-
anything.
ba- ba-
Yeah.
ba- 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 ba-
Yeah.
ba- ba-
Punch,
ba.
punch, 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 punch. That's all I could do.
They're like, wow, this guy really knows what he's doing. And you're like, wow, I must know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And I'm looking at my set list every fucking.
Yeah.
3 seconds.
Yeah. Just for comfort. Because I was
Dude,
so
I
nervous.
I watched my first set I just did, and I was like,
You like start to space. Yeah.
I didn't start doing that until I actually had jokes to tell. Like I didn't start pulling out my phone or notebook until I had jokes to tell. Because like the first I think few months of my set, like I never brought anything on stage because I thought it would make me look like an idiot. I was too self-conscious to do it, so I just got accustomed to. And it might have hurt my writing. I'm not gonna lie, like, because I got to where like you have like this entire paragraph written down of what the joke's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I'm just glancing at my notebook before I go on stage, so I'm just looking at joke titles and going up with the premise. And
That's
just
all I
seeing
go
where
up with
can
is
take
my
it
set
with.
list. Just,
Yeah.
like Training Porn, Working, Waffle House, Walmart.
Right. But do you guys? How do you guys write? Do y'all like write to the page? Like, all right, this is how I'm going to say it, or
Yes.
is this just like, okay, this is the vibe I want, and I'm gonna just take it?
Mine is written word for word.
Okay,
But
'cause-
then I'll change it up once I'm comfortable and I know it. Then
Yeah.
I'll start to make it seem more improvised just by
Okay.
the way I'm saying it.
Yeah.
well, I write out like super long form, and then I'm like, all right, all this shit sucks. So then I bust it down into.
Okay,
a
I
joke.
got you. So you.
But he means like your jokes, or they word for word, like the way you write it, the way you say it. I think they are.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
remember
I
us talking about
like
that.
have the long version of it, and then I try shortening it. Sometimes
Yeah.
I do that.
And then
Right,
you go on
and
stage
fi-
and just play with
You
it.
find the
sometimes.
pop points on stage. Yeah. You find where it pops on stage.
Usually when I write it, I expect laughs. I'm like, I should get one here. I should get one here. Don't always get them, but that's where I'm expecting them.
I always hate whenever I'm like, this is gonna get the laugh, and then they laugh the whole setup, and then I tell the punchline, and then
That does happen. You get a lot of laughs through your setups.
Lately, I've been trying to like throw myself into the deep end, writing wise. By like whenever I go on stage, I only have my first 2 minutes planned out,
Oh,
and then
really?
the rest of the set I leave to improvisation.
Okay.
And memory, because like I go off of like the crowd's energy.
Oh, I'm
Because
too
like,
scared to do that.
Well, I'm still trying to learn what my voice and cadence is.
That's why I'm excited for this off the cuff comedy. That's a chance for me to go do nothing but improv, no material.
I would love
really
that.
learn to.
I mean,
riff.
it's like that show Stand Up Without a Net. I mean,
yeah,
that's the coolest shit.
What's the other one? Stand up on the spot.
Yeah, stand up on the spot.
It's yeah, I'm excited for it.
dude, I hate when anytime I plan out like, all right, I got the first 3 minutes of the new stuff I want to try out, and then I'll do like random jokes that and then it's all just 2.5, 3 more minutes of dick jokes.
Yeah,
Dude, I love watching Luke perform because like you're just waiting for the moment where you can feel the crowd like it's not ending. Like there's always that point in the set where he gets past the first few bits and they're either laughing or they're just like, it's okay, he's got other jokes, and then like by the end of the set they're
No.
like, it hasn't stopped and we don't know what to do about it. And so they laugh like a beaten slave, just continue.
Right.
I didn't realize this until later in the night, but apparently at the block last week,
Yeah.
I walked the entire room.
yeah. Thanks, asshole.
Yeah. I heard
You were
that.
there. Yeah. As soon as you left, everyone gets up and leaves. Like
Fuck this.
two tables just came
Fuck
in
this.
as you got up.
Yeah. Oh
You
my
finished your
God.
set and they left.
And
The
they were
whole
like,
room left.
fuck all this, dude.
I was like, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then you called me to do a good show at the bar, so it made up for my shit of a night.
Yeah, I mean, you lost the comedy competition.
I know. I couldn't get your friends to like me more than you. It was weird.
And then I walked the entire room.
Yeah, right. We're funny how that
But
works.
then I put a cherry on top because I invited you to do a show.
You did, and that was fun. That was a really good time.
Yeah, Luke takes care of his people.
Right.
You know, he's been doing this a long time. I think. He's,
I want to raise you guys up and bring you.
Take it.
Been doing
us
it
under
8
your
months.
fucking wing. That's still half built. You motherfucker.
I was shit talking a bunch of comedians at Looney's last night, and they're like, "You win one fucking competition."
That's hilarious.
Oh, look at this, Mr. Big
I mean,
Shot.
when you tell people that, they don't know there was only 6 people there. Like, nobody
Yeah, I
else
know,
knows.
I know.
Oh, there was only 6 people there?
Yeah, there was the 5 people I brought
And
and
a
2
couple.
other people.
So it wasn't even a competition.
Not really.
Everybody get ready to see Luke do comedy and win.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna choose her, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see like all the new acts because like some people just come out the gate funny and stuff like that, and Luke will get there. But it's yeah.
That's it for the big fellas. Thanks for watching. We're gonna go eat.